abuse in bankruptcy law. Congress still saw fit to pass changes in the law, which made it harder to file bankruptcy. Some people got the mistaken impression that now bankruptcy was no longer available. And it's still available, it's just more difficult to do. There are obstacles. It's a process now. The person has to take a credit counseling course before they can file a bankruptcy. They have to take a debtor education course after. The first course is an hour and it's done online on the internet. The second course is 2 hours. The second course is fantastic. It teaches all about managing money, managing risk, what insurance is about, how does car insurance work, how do credit card debt, how does that work? Did you know that if you owe $5,000 on a credit card and you don't use it and you're only paying the minimum payment, it's going to take you 20-something to 30 years to pay it? That's the kind of focus on the education. So bankruptcy today is more of a process where I educate the client. I am required by law, by the same law that passed in 2005, when I start advising about bankruptcy, and I'm not giving advice right now, I'm expressing myself in an interview, but nevertheless I almost feel compelled to say, because the law requires me to tell people, my office is a debt relief agency pursuant to United States law, and we use bankruptcy to help people eliminate debt. That's in that law. A lot of other things happen in that law. It cost a lot of attorneys to stop doing bankruptcies because it just wasn't worth it. The amount of work that it involves nowadays makes it not worthwhile. So why do I still keep doing it, and why do I champion it for people where it's a last resort? I do it because I end up with really happy clients, and in 29 years of doing bankruptcy, I can say 100% certain that I have never had a client call me back with regrets. On the other hand, I can drive around town and I see businesses, I know people that of course, I'm not about to even give you a hint who they are, but I can guarantee you that are doing very well. And they became successful when they got rid of debt. And they learned how to manage debt, not how to mismanage debt. By the time they came to see me, they had already mismanaged it. They had already had something tragic happen. They couldn't sleep at night. I see the stress. I can pick up stress on people nowadays like in a second. The minute a client sits in front of me, I can tell by their posture, the way they look, the way their arms are folded. I can tell this person is under so much stress. You know, how do I relieve this stress? Then I start looking at it from the point of view of, is it worthwhile? I tell you what, about 5 out of 5 people that consult with me, and they're usually free 1-hour consults. Out of 5 people, I probably end up with only 1 or 2 clients, because the other 3 either won't qualify, or I don't think it'll be worthwhile. They don't owe enough. Why go file bankruptcy if all the debt you have is $2,000? Come on, you can pay that.
Yeah.
But so it's very narrow as far as who does it. It's very narrow as far as who qualifies and who it works. And I'm not about to recommend bankruptcy to someone where it would hurt them. People are afraid, if I file bankruptcy, I'm going to lose my house, I'm going to lose my car. Well, I've never had someone lose a house or a car for filing bankruptcy unless they wanted to. They wanted to give it up and get rid of the debt. But I've never had someone, because it's very simply, I analyze it. If there's a chance you're going to lose your house, don't do it. You got to find another way. If there's a chance you're going to lose a car, well, I mean, why are you driving a $25,000 BMW when you're in debt? Sell your car, pay your debt. So it's all very common sense.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that because the fact that, and I did mention, of course, this hour is not enough time to cover that, but I think it's a good opportunity for us to take advantage, and as Attorney Armando route on these type of questions because, we do have to be honest, and we do appreciate your honest feedback, your honest, knowledge and advice, because it is helpful for us to know that, it helps us to, not just, I know many people thinking, oh, it's helped us to gain trust, not just that, but as well, we do appreciate you can take the time to give us that type of, information, because many people do hesitate to, one, trust others, that, we go by what we hear, to come up with the money to get some advice because we believe we can do it on our own, but then we're still sitting in the same hole for 10 years. But it's good to know that the fact that there are others willing to make that extra step, to assist each other, because we live in a world of greed, we live in a world of lies, and the fact that it's just so good to hear what we can help each other, and just, so we hope that you.
Yeah, I really appreciate that you understand that, and coming from me, I look myself, I'm a counselor, number one, a legal counselor, and I'm a salesman, number two. Bankruptcy is not something that I sell or that I, push on people at all. I've discouraged more people than I've sold. Now, when I can tell that a bankruptcy is gonna make a life-changing difference in somebody's life, like I have seen over and over and over again, then, I will be optimistic with them. If there's reason to be optimistic, if I can say, look, you're $30,000 in debt that you're never gonna be able to pay, you've been laid off for the last 8 months, and now you're just starting a new job at $5 an hour less, here's how it can help you. And then it's up to you. The decision is always the client is the boss. And what they say goes based on what my advice is based on my experience, on what I've done before, what I've seen before, over and over and over again, and every single person I've ever counseled legally is different. And that's and the biggest thing for me is to dispel myths, to dispel the fear, to think that you're gonna come in my office, I'm gonna try to sell you on something that doesn't fit, or that it's bad, or that the myths that I hear about bankruptcy. I've heard people say that you can get put in jail for not paying a debt. Well, you really can't. We have bankruptcy in the Constitution. In fact, it's in the same place in the Constitution as the provisions for immigration and naturalization. That it's the next clause after that in our Constitution, because the founders did not want us to have debtors' prisons like they had in the continental Europe and in England. The word bankruptcy comes from bancarrota, which is broken bench. And in Italian, when someone couldn't pay their debt, they come in with axes and break their workbench. And that's where bancarrota comes from, or bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So my job is to try to dispel myths, and I'd be happy to come back, because there's a lot to talk about.
We already have 4 minutes, and we do appreciate your time, Armando. And what do y'all think? Would you find it useful to, if y'all have any questions, not only I invite you to like our Radio Vision's page on Facebook, you can as well take the opportunity to like it on my personal Facebook page. But we do want to ask your feedback. Does anyone have questions out there? You can go to our Radio Vision's Facebook page. Maybe prepare some questions. If y'all have some questions, just take advantage and write on the Facebook page. And if y'all would like some great feedback from Attorney Armando Gurault, and we can invite him back to have some great feedback. And as well, would you have any type of social media, or you'd like to tell your office or phone number that people can come to have, some type of.
Yeah, I couldn't wait till you asked that, so I can get my plug in. But no, I have a Facebook page that for my law office, attorney law office, and that's just facebook.com/AR-Baralt, B-A-R-A-L-T. Or if you search my name, there's my attorney page. And I do have a website at armandobaralt.com. And my phone number is 504-833-3309, 504-833-3309. 3309. And I'd be happy to take any calls, any questions, and just the more the better.
There you go. And where are you located? If that
I'm on
makes-
Veterans Boulevard in Metairie, and that's 911 Veterans Memorial Boulevard, Suite 202. That's on the second floor, corner of Oak Lawn in Metairie.
Smoothie King Cupcake Factory.
Exactly, yeah, I'm right above Smoothie King and Cupcake Factory and Supercuts. I like to say, I do have a sense of humor, even though I'm a lawyer.
He does.
So I'll say, look, I have Burger King across the street, Smoothie King downstairs, and
Take advantage.
Armando King is on the second floor. That's my corny. I think at my age I can be a little bit corny.
Well, we appreciate that. You know, we appreciate you for being real and unique, and thank you for taking your time. And he has a sweet personality, and we hope you can take advantage and use his resources. And as well, if you want to prepare him with questions for him to be on the show next time, we do ask that you can take advantage and plug in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we appreciate for taking your time. We thank you for taking your time and your lovely wife.
You're very welcome.
And we hope that we can prepare some great feedback for next time. So we thank you for tuning in to Univision. I hope that y'all can continue to spread the word. Have a great week and shine on. Thank you so much. God bless you.